why the more I meet him and I'm around him, the more I feel and really put forth everything. But this is what everybody sees in him. That's what y'all see in him. He would rather be in a room full of y'all rather than being in a room full of these uppity people that are trying to say they want to pay him. He's not going to owe anybody else but us. And that's what he wants to keep it like. And that's why I stand by him.
He wants to work for us.
He wants to work for us. He wants to keep Americans safe. He wants to keep us with our guns. He wants to protect the Constitution. And he wants to make sure that the guns, that we are armed. And yes, he wants to make sure we stay American. We take care of our own. How many people have seen somebody standing on the side of the road with no food? How many people have seen that? And how many people have seen people in these big Mercedes and the nice cars driving by and not even caring? You never lived it. Mr. Trump's never lived. He's never been poor, but he feels pain, and you can't fake it.
Been there and done it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Stand up for us.
Yes. And that's what he's doing. And that's what he's doing. When we're actually in the events and he sees the excitement of the crowd and he knows these people are standing out there for hours to see him. He does. I'm not sure about the medical marijuana. I have never heard him mention anything about the marijuana. I really haven't, honestly. But when he sees, we don't need to go there. I think
he didn't in hell.
Controversy.
Just say you're on your side right there.
Yes.
So just don't mention it.
Yeah, I think that I was like sitting in the office and I'm watching the event and I'm like, did he really just say that? Not just make it easier on us. But he keeps on saying it. And you know, out of all the politicians that are on there, out of all the campaigning, the guys campaigning, they're all great guys. You know, they're all bless their heart.
And gal.
Bless their heart. Bless their heart. Yes. Bless their heart. They all have good intentions for themselves. So, but when you hear them speaking, they're all going to backtrack on what they say. They're all going to sway. They're never going to stand behind what they say. Mr. Trump does not apologize because he doesn't get it wrong.
Didn't have to.
Gets it right. He need to get that done. Exactly. And that we get calls from Canada, we get calls from the UK, we get calls from everywhere in America.
From Russia.
We get calls from Russia. We seriously get people wanting to move here now that he's running and they want to support him. They want to come give their time and support him.
As long as they ain't Muslim.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Say all that because this is an important election. This is the most dangerous election we've ever had. And we need y'all to get out there and really just push hard because this is our last chance. This is truly our last chance for our children. I have 2 kids. This is their last chance. They wonder why mom's always working. It's because I want to get the word out. We need people to make sure that they're registered to vote, know where to vote. And I don't care if I have to go pick you up and drive a big old bus and go door to door. I will pick you up. I will carry you to the voting place and let you vote. And that's what. Yes, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask Chris. Yeah, I was going to ask Chris if there's any way possible to get every one of y'all bikers to really come out and just have a big rally and be registering people that don't know how to register. There's people that don't know how to do it. And when it comes time to February 20th, let's get out there and actually help people to the polls. Let's do a whole thing. We'll ride them on a bike. They won't ride a bike, but I'd like to. Hey, we can get a little scooter.
I don't think you'll have No.
Yeah, I'll hop on that. But I don't care what we have to do. We have to get the people to the polls because this is a historical event. This is going to be a monumental time in our lives, and we're all part of history. And I'd just like your support to just come out and vote. Make sure you vote February 20th, 2016. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us anytime you want. I have business cards. Call the office. Hi. And just make sure you come out. And we're getting some more Trump gear, so we're going to have signs. We're going to have bumper stickers, T-shirts, and stuff for volunteers. So if we want to get out there and have a Trump day for doing flags, holding up flags, let's do it. Just get in contact with me. So thank y'all so much.
Hell yeah. Woo!
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to get everybody to gather up and take a picture before we leave, before we get done, so she can send it to the Donald. All right?
That's right.
She's right too about Donald Trump. He speaks the same words that when I'm sitting up in the barn talking to everybody, we're all talking the same stuff. We're not doing all the gibberish that the rest of them are doing. We're talking exactly like he talks. And it amazes me that a multi-billionaire understands us.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And he'll run this place like a business, like it should be.
That's right.
That's right. I want to introduce now the gentleman that grassroots started this whole Bikers for Trump 2016. His name is Chris Cox. We're going to be raffling off this bear, by the way, tonight. So he'll be selling tickets up there in the bar, and we're going to raffle it off. He cut that up with a chainsaw and made that thing. He's a talented guy. And he's already been in Virginia Beach. He's working his way down. He's going to be in Florida next after this. He's setting up the next one in Tampa, St. Pete. So if you're down there, go down and see him. We're also trying to organize a motorcycle motorcade for when Donald comes back into town in January.
Yeah!
Got to get it through the Secret Service first, but we're working on that. And we think it's a great idea if we surrounded him and carried him into the convention center when he speaks. But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Chris Cox.
Everybody, thanks for coming out. We are
Speaking to that mic.
2016.com, and we're getting our feet wet. And I came here by myself, but I'm certainly not leaving alone. Thanks so much for coming out. I spent about 45 days taking the political temperature in North Carolina and Virginia, asking bikers, what are they most concerned about? And I identified that 9 out of 10 bikers are for Trump. The numbers are actually higher than that, but it was harder for me to think of a number that would come across higher than that and roll off your tongue.
Was it the monkeys on motorcycles?
I'll get back to that.
God bless you, brother.
In this order, from what I understand, these are the 3 things that bikers are the most concerned about. The first and foremost is radical Islam. Who's going to stand up to radical Islam? Who's going to change the policies that we have right now in this country, allowing these refugees to come in who are potential time bombs?
Our governor already let them in. Yep. Did you read that?
They already let him here.
Well, anyway, we're here to talk about Donald Trump and the policies that we think collectively as bikers that he will impose, and that he will try to fix some of the problems that we've had from the last 6 years. We've got a lot of problems with not only the Democrats, but the Republicans are coming together, and we just sent a loud message to Congress by electing and changing the balance in Congress. And yet our congressmen are still holding hands and playing footsies with the Democrats when it comes to things that we are very serious about.
What the Second Amendment's
for. The second thing that bikers are the most concerned about is illegal immigration.
I love you, brother.
And because bikers want to see a wall built, and because they want to see refugees vetted, it doesn't make you guys racist. It makes you patriots. And you need to demand.
Yeah!
And the third reason, and the reason that I'm in this for selfish reasons, is for Veterans Affairs. We got veterans that are being treated wrong. We're bringing in Syrian refugees by the tens of thousands. Well, right now, tonight, there are going to be 60,000 homeless veterans sleeping on the streets of America. And that's unacceptable. Donald Trump will stand up for veterans. He understands the importance of veterans. I've been in Washington, D.C. for about 2 years socializing a bill called H.R. 1836. I initiated it and petitioned Congress that we shouldn't allow our veterans, our memorials, and our open-air war memorials to be used as political posturing, retaliation, or gain. You remember 2013 when the government shut down and they shut down all the war memorials? Yeah. What happened if Donald Trump was president?
No.
You can bet that. And I think when Donald Trump gets to hear of this policy, he'll be behind it too. It's called the Monuments Protection Act. It'll require the Secretary of Interior and the Secretary of Agriculture to enter into agreement with state and local governments to provide for the continued operation of an open-air war memorial, public lands or parks during a lapse of appropriations or for any other reason. I've been to over 150 Democrat offices, and I haven't been able to get but one to come on as a co-sponsor. This bill was introduced on March 11th of this year with bipartisan support. Eleanor Holmes Norton came forward, but we never could have done it without the leadership of Congressman Darrell Issa. Since then, every single member of the South Carolina delegation, except for James Clyburn, has come on board. With the leadership of Mulvaney, he made a couple of calls, and within 1 week, I'd signed up 4 co-sponsors. And we got Trey Gowdy on our team right now. And hey, raise your hand if he's ever made you proud.
Woo!
Yeah! Right, we got a superstar here. So our state's doing a lot better than other states when it comes to our representation. But that being said, we need representation in the White House. And who's going to represent the American, the red, white, and blue, the old glory? To me, that's Donald Trump. I think he's going to make the biggest difference there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah!
Right.
That's right!
Bikers have never before been used in a presidential election as a demographic. If we unite together across the country, we'll show that we have the same numbers as the NRA or the Teamsters, because there are millions of bikers. On Memorial Day, they had over 500,000 bikers roll through Washington, D.C. to support veterans, and that's a drop in the bucket. So when we come together collectively, we're going to have a loud voice. Bikers across this nation, we're going to be in a position to swing a vote because we're going to be organized. And none of this makes a difference what we're doing today unless you're willing to register. You got to go online to Bikers for Trump 2016. You got to register. So when that primary hits, we have a database that we can show the power and the numbers of the bikers. Bikers are a very patriotic group. They're eager to rally. If they're not having a rally, a poker run to support a veteran to fix his house, they're having a toy run for Toys for Tots. If they're not doing that, then chances are the next weekend they're having a rally behind the flag. So bikers is a demographic, as you see here, that we can pull together and rally behind Donald Trump without actually having the candidate here. And so that's why I feel like bikers are going to have a very big voice in this upcoming presidential election. And at the risk of being long-winded, I'm going to close it up there. And I can't thank you enough for coming out. From here, I'm going to have a call of action in Florida. My next stop is St. Petersburg, Florida, the Tampa Bay region, where we're going to try to send a loud message to that mayor who banned Donald Trump after the comments that he made regarding radical Islam and Muslims on the Yorktown. So the call of action will be sent out to bikers across Florida. From there, we'll go into Daytona Beach, where we'll be having another rally. From there, we're going into Tennessee. And so with your help, we're going to get this word out to the bikers to come together collectively with one voice and to make sure that these issues are heard and that the candidate Donald Trump will make sure that these issues and these policies are implemented. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah!
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to get Emmett Jones to come up here on the stage for me. You want to do it here or up down there?